All right, well, hey everybody, it's Grim Green from grimgreen.com back here today. Thank you so much for joining me again here on Wildcard Wednesday. Before we get into this video, I have to remind everyone, and I sound like a broken record, and I don't care. The FDA is currently trying to limit your access to life-saving vapor products. It's true, it's happening. So unless we do something, unless we get involved and we change the law, then this is going to go into effect and essentially wipe vaping off of the face of the earth. Believe me if you want, believe me if you don't, I don't care, it's happening anyway. So get involved. Follow Not Blowing Smoke, follow CASAF, follow the calls to action, call your senators, call your representatives, ask them to support and co-sponsor H.R. 2058, as well as the Cole-Bishop Amendment. You don't have to do everything, but you do have to do something. What we are going to be talking about today on this Wildcard Wednesday, this little sub-ohm tank right here. It's not really anything super innovative or super special or super unique, but it is, in my experience, a very nice, reliable sub-ohm tank. We're talking about the Tricktank from VGOD. In order to get to know it just a little bit better, what we're going to do is go up close, as we always do. Quick, short, uppy, closey time. All right, yeehaw, what we have here is the Tricktank from VGOD. This is a sub-ohm tank that utilizes coil heads. It's a top fill system. It's 24 millimeters around, and it has a 3 mil tank. It also has this drip tip on top, this Delrin drip tip that fits on there via O-rings to kind of keep the warmth, keep the heat away from your mouth, and it actually works really well. What I really want to see is third-party people like Crispy Caps or DHD Designs do something for this. Do something to make that look, I don't know, a little bit more cool and matchy-matchy. As it stands, your option is black or black. That's it. As you can see on the bottom, the Tricktank doesn't have any adjustable airflow. It's just set, open airflow. Thankfully, I actually really like this airflow, but if you don't like it, there's no real default, way to adjust it. Taking a look at that 510 pin there, yeah, that sticks out nice and far. It feels very sturdy and very secure. Nice, safe 510 pin on there. There's not going to be a whole heck of a lot to see up here. This is how you fill it. You unscrew the top just like that, and you have this nice big open reservoir to let your juice in. The tank just pulls out. It's held on the bottom by sort of one of those clear silicone gasket O-rings, and your coil head just unscrews like a lot of other sub-ohm tanks. You can see these are branded VGOD, and they tell you what these are. So this is a 0.2 ohm Canthal coil head. It says between 30 and 80 watts. Sure, nice big juice flow holes. These coil heads are quite nice, quite long lasting. The first coil head I had, I put about 80 mils of juice through it before I started to get any sort of burnt or off flavors. So nice long lasting coil heads. Now sometimes in the 5-packs of these coil heads, this O-ring is moved or missing or kind of off. You have to make sure that this O-ring stays in place down here at the top of these threads. Once you verify that that O-ring is in place, you just screw it into the bottom, you pop your glass on, boop, just like that, and you fill it up with juice. Now before we fill it up with juice, I'm just going to put a couple of drops just, in the coil head just to kind of prep it. You don't want to flood it. You don't want to go bananas, but I do like to put a little bit of juice down in that coil head. Easy peasy. Now you just fill the rest of your tank. Boom, you can fill it right to the top there. Then you just take this screws directly onto that coil head, and that's it. You're good. You got a full VGOD Tricktank. So not a whole hell of a lot to see up here, but the quality of vape is pretty nice. So let's get back out to normal view. Let's vape this guy. So in my opinion, the one big downside to this tank is that it has no adjustable airflow. I personally love this airflow, so that doesn't bother me at all. I would not adjust this airflow anyway, but there are people out there that might want it, I don't know, a little bit tighter. And if you're that kind of person that likes a sub-ohm tank with a little bit tighter of an airflow, you are not going to be able to adjust it on the Tricktank. Aesthetically, I love the way this tank looks. It's nice and clean. There's no big knurling or markings on here. It's just a nice, clean looking tank. This little Delrin drip tip on top really does help keep the heat away from your mouth. It not only covers the drip tip, but it covers the whole top of the tank because you tend to press press the tank against your face a little bit when you vape. There's no way that you're just putting just the drip tip in your mouth. Usually the drip tip goes in your mouth and then the tank like rests against your face. It's just nice and reliable. I have found these coil heads to be top notch. I first got this trick tank when I was in the UK. I vaped through, I don't know, 60, 70 mils of lemonade juice through this, and until the end, the flavor was still nice, the performance was still nice. I can put a lot of juice through these coil heads. They are nice flavor, nice performance, and like I said, I love the airflow, but you can't adjust it. It's not amazingly innovative. It's nothing new. It's not reinventing the wheel. It's just a nice, reliable sub-ohm tank. I like the way it looks. It's 24 millimeters. It looks great on this minikin. The flavor is nice. Now, it does get, like all sub-ohm tanks I've experienced, it does get a little bit spitty. And I don't know if that really good flavor is being affected by that spittiness. When you get little spits or little sprays of juice on your tongue, you kind of think, wow, I'm getting this great flavor, but really you're kind of just getting juice on your tongue. So I don't know if that spittiness is actually like contributing to the good flavor that I'm getting from this tank. Now, are you going to need your vape budget hands? Kind of, I guess. Clicking over to csvape.com where they have the VGOD Tricktank in stock, 35 bucks. Yeah, I don't know. That's not bad for a sub-ohm tank. That's not bad for a very reliable... What is happening? What the fuck was that? Don't call me in Google Hangouts, please. Anybody? Just please don't call me in Google Hangouts. Now where was I? I don't even know. VGOD Tricktank. Reliable. Good flavor. Great performance. It feels a lot like a dripper. They come in 0.2 and 0.5 ohm coils. The coil heads have lasted me a nice long time. I can put a large amount of juice through these coil heads before I notice any sort of difference in flavor or burning. And it's 35 bucks. Sure, 35 bucks. I don't know. That seems pretty reasonable to me. 35 bucks for a nice, reliable sub-ohm tank. Now, if we're playing the Aliens game or the FDA game now, where they come and take all of my vape gear, I have nothing. I have no tanks, no sub-ohm tanks, no nothing. Is the VGOD Trick Tank something I would seek out and buy? Yeah, I think I would. 35 bucks for probably one of the most reliable sub-ohm tanks I have ever used. Yeah, there's a lot of hype around this. VGOD is a huge tricking community. This tank is not going to help you learn tricks. It's not going to help you blow O's or do jellyfishes. What it is going to do is give you a really nice vape, a nice flavorful vape, no adjustable airflow, but that doesn't bother me because I love the airflow. And now I'm just rambling, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and remember to fight for your vaping rights. As Kevin Skipper says, and as I have adopted, you don't have to do everything, but you do have to do something. I'll have links down in the description, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Let's keep on vaping.
That's enough.
Watch out, Danny Lolo. VGOD.